Good morning. My name is Raine. I'm a part of the West Springs Church, and every Monday and Thursday we have someone bring an inspirational thought to lift our spirits and help us get through another week. There's no question that these last few weeks have been very trying for a lot of people. They've actually taken us to the limits, something that we haven't experienced before. I was thinking about this pandemic, and I was reminded of my wife Joni. 19 years ago she was diagnosed with cancer, and I remember coming home from a chemo treatment, and she said, a lot of people ask why me, but I rather would say, why not me? Millions of people around the world are given a tough diagnosis every day, so why should I escape that? But she said, I do get to choose how I want to respond to this disease. And she said that I don't want to be a victim of this disease. I want to embrace my journey and grow through it. And so she said that it was in the night that God gave her this slogan, chin up, eyes toward heaven. And if any of you were at her funeral, everyone received that poster as they left the church. I have thought about that slogan so often, chin up, eyes toward heaven. Last week I was reading Psalm 42, and David's talking about this dark cloud that's over his head. Woe is me. But then in the last half of the verse he says, but now I must go away and rehearse what I know of God. That jumped out at me. And probably this is a good time for us to do some rehearsing, to sit back and rehearse who God is. That he is still a good God. He is faithful. He is rock solid. He promised that he would walk with us no matter where our journeys take us. And then I went one step further and I said, well, if I'm rehearsing who God is, I should rehearse what I am thankful for, what I have gratitude for. And it's a long list. I think of myself that I have a beautiful home here to isolate in. I turn on the tap and clean, fresh water comes out that I can drink. I have a government that's providing stimulus to help businesses and individuals to make it through this pandemic. I have friends and family and a church family, and the list goes on. And it would be a long list for you too. We rehearse what we're grateful for. Then I took it one step further, and I said, maybe we should rehearse what are the foundations that we are building our life upon. When you get into times like this, a lot of our foundations are shaken, and maybe some of them were built on sand instead of rock. As a Christ follower, I think that we should build our life on the solid rock of God. In the Bible it says that he will be our rock. He will be our strong refuge. David says that he will be a strong tower that we can flee into for safety. And so it is a good thing, I think, to rehearse what are the foundations in our life that we have been building upon. And then I took it one step further, and this is the last one, is that we should rehearse what defines us as a person. I had a close friend who was going through some tough times in life. I went into his office, and we began to converse, and he started to cry. And I asked, what's wrong? He said, I don't like who I am. And we've had time in isolation to meditate and to think about a lot of things that we might normally not think about. We go a little deeper, a little more serious, and perhaps that is something that we've all struggled with. What defines us as a person? What if we took away our assets and our stature in the community and our money and our beautiful homes? And if it was all gone, what's left? Do you still like who you are? And so I think a good exercise for all of us to do this week, including me, would be to get a piece of paper, a cup of coffee, and a pen. I think you remember better when you write something down. And go through these steps. Rehearse who God is to you. Write it down. Rehearse what you are grateful for. Rehearse what are the foundations that you are building your life upon. And rehearse what defines you as a person. Well, that's it for me. They told me only to take 4 to 8 minutes, so I think I'm there. But anyway, safety and health to you and your family. God's blessing for this week. Have a good day. Bye.